Hey guys, I finally decided to make an effort on making content for YouTube, so today I'll be giving a quick starter's guide on Ascension. This your boy Floku for real. Ascension is a World of Warcraft private server that has been live for about 6 years now. Now, if you've never played World of Warcraft before, that's okay, I will cover the basics in this video as well. So without further ado, let's get started. Okay, so starting out, what you're going to be wanting to do is head over to the Ascension.gg website. So yeah, you head over to the site, Ascension.gg, as I just said. Creating your account is as easy as signing up for an email account. Now, I'm already logged in, as you can see, but, it's pretty much the same straightforward anywhere. You go in, create a username, put in your email, create a password, donezo. Now, there are a few extra things you can do to improve your account security that will benefit you as a new player. So if I go to my account overview and I go to, say I go down here for my two-factor authentication, that's all done. You go through, you do your account security, you get all of that done, and once all of this is done, you'll get something called LP. Now, what you can do is you can actually go over to the store. Where is it? The shop up top there. And so I majority play on Area 52. And from here, you can go in when it wants to load, when it wants to load, when it wants to load. And then from here, you can go across to LP items right on the end here. All right. Now, there's a few things I recommend in this place, right? In this part of the shop, right? There isn't much. But what I do recommend, because you get, I think it's 50 LP, I think, don't quote me on that. So I recommend the Tuskar Shore Glider, because that gets you a free mount, literally just for setting up your account security. I mean, like, come on. Your Soulbound Riding Tome for apprentice riding, so it's your base level riding. You can use this from level 1 the moment you start your character. And if you want to be, punching through the levels nice and quick, nice and fast to try and get as level up as much as you can, Soulbound Potions of Experience. Now, what these do is they're 100% bonus on top of the base XP rate, right? And they last for an hour each. Now, I think it's a total of 50 LP or 40 LP you get, 40 or 50 LP. So you can end up with, what, 30 for the mount, 33 for the riding included, and if it's 40, that's 7 potions. If it's 50, that's 17 potions. So that's 17 hours of a bonus 100% XP. So with all that done and sorted out, if you want to go and learn about a few different builds, or if you've got a bit of an insight into how Ascension works, then you can go ahead and check out the builder and start building off of there. But other than that, let's head over to the downloads page, where you go ahead, click the download page. It'll automatically start downloading, like I just tried to there. Now, it's got an all-in-one launcher. All-in-one. Once you've got this all installed and started up, you will be greeted with, I don't want that, I want this. You'll be greeted with the Ascension launcher. After it's installed and you've decided where you want to install the game and everything, this is what you'll be presented with. You'll have to log into your account that you've just created. Once you've done that, this is what you'll get. Now, when you've installed the game, you want to go down to here, in this bottom right corner here, and that is where you'll find the play button. Now, you can access majority of the stuff that was already on the website through this launcher. So you can go to the store where you can pick, what realm you want. You can go and get the DP, which is your donation points. Don't get that twisted for something naughty. Go over to your store, and then for those who are a bit more of a World of Warcraft aficionado and have an understanding of how add-ons work, they have a whole list of add-ons that work with Ascension, right? So stuff like, where is it? For those who know, stuff like Deadly Boss mods, Bartender, Bagnon, You know, a whole bunch of stuff, even full UI, like user interface reworks, like LVY, which is what I use. Anyway, with that, let's get into the game. Okay, now that the game's launched and you've got everything sorted out and you've, done all that and the game's actually up and running, as you can see right here. This is what you'll be greeted with if you've done all your two-factor authentication, mind you. If you don't have that sorted out, I strongly suggest going and sorting it out because one, it keeps your account safe from hackers, and two, you get a whole bunch of free stuff. I mean, who doesn't like free? Anyway, once you're in here and you've got all your stuff sorted out, I'm just going to quickly go ahead and log in. Now, that won't apply for you guys. The authenticator will not apply to you. It is randomly generated every time you log in. Now, as you can see, I've got quite a few characters. I actually have one pre-made ready to go for this beginner's guide. So, before we get into that, this is what you'll be greeted with the first time you log in. You'll be able to pick what realm you want to play on. Alright, so personally, as I said before, I play on Area 52 because it's a free pick realm. Now, there's a few differences between the two. So, Thrall, the seasonal realm, is a draft pick. So what that means, every couple of levels, you're going to get 3 spells to pick from. And they are what you get. You can chop and change them, or you can go and get, things called Hands of Fate, which allow you to re-roll certain things, But there's pretty decent rewards. Like, I know I'm stuttering a lot. It's just nerves. I'll get over it. It's okay. No biggie. But, you got seasonal rewards. Actually, because during the recording of this video, just before, they actually integrated all the vanity items. So anything you earn on the seasonal realm as a vanity item is actually brought over to Area 52. So it doesn't matter if you're earning it on Area 52 or Thrall. It's all coming together at once. Now, Area 52 is the free pick mode. This is where you can go through and pick. Probably just better if I show you. So, after you've picked your server, if you would like to play with me and the 4-star gang, there'll be a Discord link below. You can come and talk to us. You'll be able to find my Kick stream below. Come talk to us. Find out how to join in. Come join in with us. So, let's just go in with Area 52. Now, after you've chosen your realm, you're going to turn around and create a character. Now, I've already created one, but I'm just going to show you that screen quickly. So, you've got male, female, obviously. I'm not going to be one of those guys who's all, oh, gotta be politically correct, gotta be politically correct. Doesn't matter. Not right now. It's a video game. Come on, guys. Alright? Now, I tend to stay away from alliance. I don't like them. I just don't. It just seems bland and boring to me. So, but we do have human, dwarf, night elf, gnome, and draenei. And for the horde, orcs, undead, tauren, troll, and blood elf. Now, me personally, I play blood elves a lot. I play blood elf a lot. Simply because of the arcane resistance. Resistant to magical damage. Like, it's a game about spells and combat and, magical damage resistant. Woohoo! So, that's what I do. After you go through that, you click customize, and this is where you can literally just customize how your character looks. You can just randomize. You can randomize names. Don't rely on that too much, because a lot of these names are in fact taken. But that's the basis of character creation. So, I'm going to jump in this fresh character I've just created for you. I've put it together, I've made it. Anyway, let's get into it. Okay, so this is what the first game world looks like for Blood Elves. It's going to be different for every race, except for orcs, trolls, humans, and dwarves, I believe. Don't quote me on the alliance races, but I know that orc and troll have the same starting area. It's different again for the seasonal server. Every factions start in the same area. Alright? But playing the game, it's pretty simple. If you've played something like Skyrim before, if you've played something like Fallout before, it's pretty simple. Run around, collect quests, meet the objectives, hand in the quest, level up. It's pretty straightforward. As for basic controls, WASD to move around and rotate. If you can't be bothered using, your left hand to move around, you can click and hold both mouse buttons, and that'll allow you to move around the game world as well. Alright? Pretty straightforward. So when you load in, you're going to notice these two books. But first thing you want to do is talk to the first person you see with an exclamation mark above their head. Once that's done, you want to click choose your primary stat.
Be ready for anything.
And I may as well just grab the extra quest while I'm here.
We will have justice.
So I'm going to close that off, and then I'm going to press the N key. Now what that's going to do is bring up the character advancement screen. Now this is where Area 52 majorly differs from the Thrall server. So I'm going to hit show all talents. Now for those who have played World of Warcraft before, this should look a bit familiar to you, but with a massive twist. You'll be able to see all the different classes up here. Don't worry about Death Knight, it's not fully implemented yet. Literally the only one you can do is dominate undead. Alright? But for the rest, everything from Druid through to Warrior, available to you. To a degree. So, say I want to build... Screw it, let's just go with a mage build. Alright? First thing I want to do is pick intellect as my primary stat, right? Because mages use intellect as a primary stat. Increases the damage output, yada 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 yada. I'll get more into that in more videos. Anyway, you go through and you pick your abilities. But here's the difference. You can go across to a different one and go, oh, I've just cross-classed. Woohoo! You can add different things in. Look at that. I've just cross-classed mage with druid and warlock. You know? Then you can drag that down there. Let's say I want to put that there. There you go. I've now got an imp, arcane intellect, and 2 spells. Hand in your quest.
Death to all who
Dunzo. Alright. Pretty straightforward. Alright, on to the next section. Dungeons and Battlegrounds. Here we are. Notice the settings have changed a bit. So I've done a bit of work. Little bit of work. Wait, who do you mind walking through me? I've done a bit of work, leading up to this point. I'm at level 15. Now, the next thing I wanted to talk about was dungeon diving and dungeons and battlegrounds. Now, they are the 2 main ways to level up in Ascension. Unfortunately, battlegrounds don't apply really until level 70 because no one's doing the level 10 battlegrounds. Anyway, I'll go over a brief explanation. Battlegrounds are usually a 5v5 or 10v10. It's either capture the flag or hold a few points and, get kills. It's pretty straightforward. The only big difference is the gear. The gear you get from PvP will buff you in PvP. The gear you get from dungeons will buff you in dungeons. So, with that being said, here we go. Find group. Once I select a role. Now, you need to have selected at least one role. Right? Now, I've got a couple of add-ons that allow me to see, pretty much everything I need to know. I'm going to change that to that. So yeah, once you've hit the I button on your keyboard, this is what you'll get. The Dungeon Finder. You got to select your role up here. Now you won't be able to access this till level 15. Select your role. I went for a damage build. So damage it is. Click there. Join queue. And once you're done, once you go through, you've completed the dungeon, you'll get a reward, you'll get what? A bag of dungeon spoils, according to your level. You'll get a chest with some gear from that dungeon, and another chest that has dungeon gear. Right? For your level. Right? So you're getting quite a bit out of it. And if you're doing it as a random, if you're joining a random group, 2 gold, 50 silver, you're getting extra stuff upon extra stuff upon extra stuff, and 3k experience per run, and that just scales up per your level. But you can go from level 15 all the way through to level 61 on the the classic dungeons. So as it says here, classic dungeon. Right, so that's stuff from the original base game of World of Warcraft. After level 61, you'll start to go into specific dungeons, which is the Burning Crusade stuff. So that was the first expansion from the original WoW, and just some of that content just gorgeous. But it's a lot better gear. It is a lot better gear. Now, as you can probably see down here, this thing that I've now got floating over my character, you can see these 3 sets of cross swords. Those are what's known as DPS, so damage build. Right? Then you've got healer. Pretty obvious and straightforward what a healer does. Keeps everyone healed up and, keeps them all healthy, making sure you can actually get through the dungeon. And then there's the tank. He's the one who takes all the aggro, so takes all the, takes all the attention of the enemies, so everyone else can do their job. And tanks all the damage, takes all the attention. He's the main focus for the healer and for all the enemies. But that's pretty much the basis of everything at the moment. I'll probably be going over, majority more of the hero advancement interface. So the character advancement interface. So stuff like how to use talents and, how to make things work. And then after that, we'll probably go through random enchantments in the next video. So other than that, there's not really much else to say. So I'm going to say goodbye. I'm going to zoom in here so you can see my face. Well, not that close, damn. So, I'll see you guys in the next video. If you're interested in seeing more about what's going on with the YouTube channel, if you're interested in seeing what's going on with the stream, make sure to go follow me on Twitter at Floku4Real. So number 4. Hang on. No. That way. Number 4. Floku4Real. I'll have a link below. And it's the same with my kick.com. kick.com/Floku4Real. I'll actually be live in half an hour. So, until the next video, sayonara, arigatou gozaimasu, Floku out.